So we know that Yosef had two dreams. By the first dream, Beis Halevi points out, it says, "Vayosifu osno oso al chalam oso v'al devarav." There's a lotion of sinna, that they had sinna, which is hatred. By the second dream, chalam hasheni, it says, "Vayikanu bo echav." His brothers were jealous of him. So the pasuk makes it a sharp distinction between the two chalaimos. The first one it says sinna, and the second one it says kina. So we know that the first chalaim says that he would be greater than his brothers in Oishon Haslocha, in Olam Hazeh. And they're all going to be bowing down to his aluma, his sheaf of wheat. As it says, they're all bowing down to him. So therefore, that indicates that they will be dependent on him. So that's why there shows an Indian of Tvua, which is an Indian of Parnasa, of having something to eat. Ma'amim aluma. And his aluma got up and theirs bowed down to his aluma. That is a Torah of Parnasa. Now the second dream, it says that he himself will be higher than them because it's Yonei Ruchni, it's showing you the mazolos. That the 12 mazolos, according to the Beis Halevi, are rames, are referring to the Seder Hanogas Oilam, who is running by the Seder of the Yud Beis Mazolos, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up to run the world from in Himmel. And that is that he will be in the middle of these 12 mazolos. And we know that the pasuk says, Tzadik Yisoid Oilam. Okay, now, what is a very interesting insight, the Beis Halevi continues to do this more deeply. And he says that the benefit or the maila of Oishon Haslocha is not something that makes a person a better person. Through the acquisition of wealth, when a person gets rich, it doesn't make him any a better person. He himself remains the same. And we know that there are many Mishalm that they mention about that. Oshun and Ani are the same. It's just that one has more than the other. Okay? And he says that with a mashal, which we can look at. However, let's move along to miles of Ruchnius. When a person becomes a greater person in mitzvahs and ma'asim tovim and in Torah, that makes a change in his mahus, makes him into a different person. He becomes a greater person. His level of accomplishment and his level of his neshama goes higher than a person who has not done those accomplishments. He becomes a different period, becomes a different level of a person. By the first dream, when they said the dream is indicating that they have to depend on him, so it says that their alumais, their sheaves, were bowing down to his sheaf, to his bunch of wheat. It doesn't say to him, because he doesn't become a better person. There's depending on his giving them a parnasa, and therefore their alumas are bowing down to his aluma, and that's what the Vel says. A person's not a better person when he's rich. It's only his money. They're bowing down to his money. By the second dream, he's noting to them and teaching them that he's going to be in a higher madrega in terms of his ruchnius, his spiritual accomplishments. He himself will be greater. Therefore, on the first dream, it says sinna. They don't want to be. No one wants to be dependent on somebody else. By the second dream, it says kina, jealousy. We know that kina soifrim. When a person has a higher madrega of ruchnius, that makes him to a better person, and you can be makana him for that. You want to be like that. You want to be accomplishing like that. That's an Indian of kina. Sinna and kina are two of the personality traits that we know are negative traits. These are not things that are good to have, and yet, as is pointed out to us many times by the Chachamim, there's a time and place for everything that Kadosh Baruch Hu makes. There's a place for sinna, there's a place for kina. Right now, let's emphasize the kina. The kina is that we should see people doing better than us, and should strive and should inspire us and stimulate us to try to do more and to make ourselves better people, to learn Torah, be more kind to our friends and neighbors. We should be kind to our family, and always think positive things and say positive things about our family, never to say negative things. And we should mitzvah Hashem in that schus. We will have shalom bayis, and we will have the gula amitas. Amen.